Hi folks, I'm Doc, and welcome to the Artificers Guild, the home of all things Artifact. This past week has been crazy, with so many new cards being dropped every single day by Valve. So let's take a look at them. The first card is the Legion Standardbearer, a 4 mana 0/0/6 red creep. Its ability grants its allied neighbours +4 attack. Now if you've been paying attention to the channel, this was the card that Valve gave us to release. We are internally grateful for that, and if you want to check out some more information about the Legion Standardbearer, I'm going to leave a link for it up in the card in the top right corner of your screen. The other important thing to remember about Legion Standardbearer is it started Goat Week. You'll see a running theme through a lot of these cards. They're all SATAs, or at least a lot of them are SATAs. So keep an eye out for those, and at the end, let us know in the comments below which was your favourite SATA so far, and why. Our next card is Diabolic Revelation. Diabolic Revelation is a 1 mana blue spell that draws 2 cards, and then deals 2 damage to all allies in all lanes. At first glance, this card might seem terrible, and it is a little, but there are some combos, such as Prey on the Weak, that can really benefit from this kind of play. Not to mention that late game, a 1 mana card draw is pretty strong, so don't overlook that. The next SATA is SATA Duelist, a 4 mana green creep with 3 attack, 0 armor, and 5 health that has an ability that modifies SATA Duelist with +2 attack after the combat phase. Now if you can buff the health or armor of this unit, then it's absolutely fantastic, similarly to Savage Wolf, because you'll continue to get that growth. I personally love these kind of cards, and good or bad, I intend to be using it. The next card is SATA Magician, a 5 mana blue creep with 2 attack, 0 armor, and 5 health that has an active ability on a 1 turn cooldown that fully restores your tower's mana. Now this might seem OP, and it's pretty strong, but there is enough single target control in Artifact to really punish this SATA Magician. It is 5 mana after all, so rather than just being viewed as this creep on the board that's going to continually refresh your mana, view it as a combo card. For example, for 9 mana, Celemani's Favour plus SATA Magician will mean you now have a total of 11 mana on your tower, but you've just used it all. But you activate SATA Magician's ability, and you suddenly have 11 mana to then keep using spells and creeps and units on your tower. Our next card is Cursed SATA, a 5 mana black creep with 6 attack, 0 armor, and 6 health. Its ability summons a zombie for your opponent after the combat phase. Now, that's a lot of stats for 5 mana first of all, but there is a negative to it, in that it summons a 3 mana 2/2 for your opponent. But black does have ways to deal with this. For example, Necrophos and Heartstopper Aura means that he would completely clear that enemy zombie before they get to do anything. Overall, I think Cursed SATA is going to have quite a lot of prospects in things like limited modes, but in constructed it's going to be pretty hard to deal with it. Our next unit is the Selfish Cleric, a 4 mana green creep with 4 attack, 0 armor, and 4 health. Its ability fully heals Selfish Cleric after the combat phase. Similarly with the SATA Duelist, if you can buff the health and armor of this unit, then it's fantastic. Especially the health actually, because it fully heals no matter the health it was currently at. However, with just 4 starting health, many heroes can kill this outright, and you won't be able to get even 1 tick of this effect going. Our next card is Relentless Zombie, a 2 mana blue creep with 2 attack, 0 armor, and 2 health, and its ability is a play effect. Give Relentless Zombie a Death Shield. Now to explain Death Shield, it leaves the target on 1 health if it should die. Now this is any death, including Condemn. Now the card itself I think isn't particularly strong. Keeping a 2 attack, 0 armor creep alive with Death Shield isn't fantastic, but it's a good mechanic, so keep an eye out for it. Our next card is the Vul Martyr, a 2 mana green creep with 2 attack, 0 armor, and 2 health. His ability is a death effect, which modifies allies with +1 attack and +1 health. This seems pretty alright. Modify is very nice and it only comes at 2 mana, but it does compete with the likes of Savage Wolf and SATA Duelist, along with Rebel Decoy, which are all really strong cards, so you might struggle to fit the Vul Martyr in. Our next card is our first item, Obliterating Orb. This consumable item costs 10 gold and it condemns an improvement. Other than Pugna, this is so far the only way to condemn an improvement, and it being a consumable means you can cast it whenever you want, even if you don't have a hero in that lane. But at 10 gold it is pretty expensive. This will most likely be a secret shop only item that you pick up in certain scenarios, but in those scenarios it will be very useful. Our next card is Gank, a 4 mana black spell that lets you choose an allied black hero and then you choose another unit in any lane and they battle each other. This is very similar to Red's Duel, but it's an extra +2 cost, but you do get an extra +2 lanes of choice from it, i.e. you can choose any lane. Now black heroes are more likely to die in combat than red ones, but this does give you complete control over how it works, so you can pick a favourable matchup. This also allows you to deny later lanes from a good starting position. So if you've got that high damage black hero in lane 1, you can gank that crystal main in lane 3, and they won't be able to get the effect off, or even be able to use any blue spells in that final lane. Our next card is Helm of the Dominator, a 19 gold armor item that when equipped gives the hero +3 armor, and its active ability on a 2-turn cooldown allows you to get control of an enemy creep. Now the equipped armor is similar to Vesture of the Tyrant, 3 armor for 19 gold, but I prefer Vesture of the Tyrant's effect. The active of Helm of the Dominator is similar to Chen, but Chen is incredibly easy to dodge. A 2-turn timer is definitely much more consistent, but I think this will be meta dependent, and otherwise Vesture of the Tyrant is just a much better option. Corrosive Mist is our next card, a 5 mana green spell that condemns all equipped items. 5 mana is quite a lot, and you need to have a green hero in this lane to cast it, but green buffs from abilities more than it does from items, so this still is a bit of a plus to you. It might level the playing field, but it does mean you're already behind if you feel the need to use this, so it is super situational. Our next card is, and one for me, a 4 mana blue spell that lets you choose a hero and then put a base copy of a random item equipped by that hero into your hand. This card has so many uses. It's easy to build a deck around it, and you can use it on an enemy who is completely ramping hard to level the playing field. However, you can also ramp in gold yourself, use this on your own hero to double the say 25 gold you just spent. Fantastic spell, and I can see this being used quite a bit. Our next card is Arcane Censure, a 4 mana black spell that modifies the enemy tower with -1 mana. Now, this does seem pretty bad in general. 4 mana for just -1 doesn't speak volumes. Perhaps it'll work alongside Mana Drain, Lions -2 mana to them and +2 mana to you, but that's just for one round only. So I really see this being quite a situational card. Maybe it's good and limited. Our next and final card is Champion of the Ancient, a 7 mana green creep with 2 attack, 0 armor and 6 health. Its ability is a play effect. Modify Champion of the Ancient with +1 attack, +1 health, and +1 cleave for each enemy. Now, this isn't really that great. You need the right deck for it to work against, i.e. they basically need to be playing Zoo so you get lots of stats, but even then, it's counterintuitive. You need more than 3 enemy units to get enough stats to make this better than, say, Ogre Bruiser, but then it only hits 3 units with its cleave, so you're still going to be getting swarmed around. Overall, I don't see this card getting too much use, but, I mean, the artwork and the lore of it is fantastic. We've been getting more and more cards each single day. Which of these was your favourite? And don't forget to let us know who's your favourite SATA so far. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss the next set of reveal cards. And make sure you don't miss those hero previews for all the new heroes. I've been Diabolic of the Artificers Guild, and I will see you next time.